Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Boys Blues 1975. A YouTuber on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Boys Blues 1975.
This is, well, people always pronounce it WEC Le Mans, but I always thought it was pronounced WEC Le Mans, but what do I know? I don't drive cars for 24 hours in Europe's most famous race, which is what this is obviously based on. Released in the arcades by Konami, not really known for their driving games, were they? So much back then, but released in the arcades by Konami in 1986, they tried to make it somewhat of a more realistic approach to driving games, where it was all about counter steering and heavy use of your gears. Now, it was ported by Imagine, Ocean, see what I did there, to the Spectrum, Amstrad and Commodore 64. I don't think there were 16-bit ports of this, which is a shame, so I would have loved to have seen what the Amiga and the Atari ST could have done with this, especially in the hands of Ocean, because obviously, I don't care what anyone says, I really like the port of Chase HQ on the Amiga and Atari ST. Now, yes, I've played this before and done videos a couple of times, but I had such a laugh playing Outrun. I played it for about an hour and a half after I finished, you know, making the video, and I really enjoyed it, despite the fact that it is arguably one of the worst, you know, arcade sprite scaler ports to the Spectrum. This is always mentioned in high regard, as is Chase HQ. I would say this, Chase HQ and Enduro Racer are probably the best received, you know, racing games on ZX Spectrum. I did not know this, or I think I did know this, and I think it was Dean Swain who told me the first time around, but apparently the game engine in Outrun on the Spectrum was the same game engine as Enduro Racer, which is obviously a banging port on the Spectrum, but it was just too much for that game engine. So yeah, I thought I'd have a go at this, and I'd have a go at a few more of these sprite scaling races. I'm playing this on my the Spectrum, yeah, so obviously I've got a big fat memory stick now. Also, I'm slowly going through unlocking the games, but seeing as most of them take half an hour to unlock at a time, it's not going that quickly. So, space. Now, this is the 128K version. I'm assuming there was a 48K version, so we do get some AY chip goodness. Don't get particularly attractive title screen, but considering what's coming in the game, I can forgive it all that guff. 5. Enter key for left. Keys are champions. O left, B right, A brake, Q accelerate, and then M for change gear. So yeah, far out players. Okay, say hi. See what I did there? Right, what do we want? We want 0 start game. So prepare to start the race. I've come very close, but I've never actually done a whole lap. Gear, bottom left. It's a very angry wasp sounding game. We could have had better sound effects, I feel. Bottom right hand corner is the centering of your steering, which is quite unique that this game has that. How useful it is, don't know. The undulation is fantastic, the graphics are fantastic, the sprite size is awesome, you know, the witchery, if you will, the black magic of fake sprite scaling on this, I think it's done really well. Like I said, the undulation is fantastic. Top left, score. Top right, lap. In the middle, time. You can't really miss that one, can you? Now, I prefer this. I've got a gameplay of the Commodore 64 version. Sadly, I can't seem to get it to work on any emulator these days, because I would like to revisit it. It's shit. Ooh, extended gameplay compared to this. The Amstrad version is not as bad as the Commodore 64 version. Kind of a precursor to Burning Rubber, I guess, but I think it's shit compared to this. Yeah, I'm a fanboy, call me what you will, but this, to me, I think there's a charm to this style of graphics. It's why I like Outrun so much, monochromic or not. At least we've got a coloured sprite. Well, that might be a bit of a strong descriptive term for what it is, but at least we've got a coloured sprite in this. Super Hang-On, which I will probably revisit, takes the colouring of the sprite to a whole new level. It gives you 2 game modes, in fact. Pure monochrome or monochrome with a splash of colour. I think it works quite well. Oh, sometimes in this, you want to hold off overtaking them. You see, you can shift down while you're spinning because it's just not passable. You will, well, that will happen. But the thing is, the time limit is brutal as tits. And no one likes brutal tits. They'll take your eye out. But look how much stuff is on the side of the road. Oh, fuck it. But it does get really tight in places. See, look at that. That's just epic. It's not afraid. It does not shy away, if you will, from loading up the scenery at the side of the track. You could argue it doesn't really serve any purpose other than to provide you stuff to hit, but it also definitely adds to the sense of speed, which there's a complete lack of in the Commodore 64 version. You can also read the signs as they go around. I mean, attention to detail. I don't know how well this was done. This is the set, or well, it was received by magazines as well as sales, but we're talking the same year. Christ, I got an itchy face. That wasn't the game. Same year that Chase HQ. What a snappy title though, I feel. Christ, I got an itchy face. Yeah, same year as Chase HQ, and that just sold gangbusters, and rightly so. So, did that just dwarf everything? Or did it not? By all means, someone let me know, but yeah. We borrowed this and then subsequently taped it back in the day. But I would have been fine with dropping... Ooh, lap 2. I would have been fine with dropping bucks on this because it is superb. Brake, wait, change down. Can't pass them in low gear. Makes sense, I suppose. Does anyone even watch Le Mans 24 Hour? Wasn't there a game on the Saturn about it where you could actually race for 24 hours? That would have been painful on the Saturn. I just noticed that there's clouds. Were there clouds on the previous lap? Have I ever got? Am I on stage 2 then? Well, you know what I mean, because it's lap 2, so it's not stage 2, because the course doesn't change, which means technically you could commit this whole thing to memory, should you so wish. But I'm pretty sure I always got like 2. If you see the map, which surely you will at some point, because I am going to die. That's the spirit, Dave. But I always was like 1 or 2 dots away. Look at the horizon colour bleeding into the track. Fuck monkey balls. Spark plugs, anyone? They're unbranded apparently. That means they'll be super cheap. Ooh, where do I go? Look at that! Champagne driving. You wouldn't know it was on a 48k machine, would you? It was just like real life. Yoink! Ooh! Fuck! Oh, you can see the car colour, the attribute class bleeding there, if you will. But yeah, this is impressive. This is way more impressive than Outrun. There's absolutely no denying that. Oh! But also, the track is narrower. Does that help? It makes it super intense and quite tricky in places, but does that help keep the frame rate up or the speed up or something like that? Don't know! But it is, fuck, definitely one of the most impressive racing games on the ZX Spectrum. Change down. And there we have it. Driver retired to the pits. So, does it show? Oh, there we go. Lee Circuit. Lee. The Bart. See what I did there? I've never actually got to the second lap in this before, but yeah, I mean, it's great. It's a fantastic port and it's got a massive amount of charm to it, and I really do recommend it. Any choices for any of the other races you would like me to play on the Spectrum, assuming anyone even will actually watch this, then let me know. But yeah, I'd love to know. Thank you for this back in the day. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.